Hey,
Hey, everybody. Welcome to On the Back Edge Perc Talk, where we talk all things percussion and the
Let's
pageantry arts.
get it.
My name is Cedric. I'm here with my boy Will.
What it do?
And DCI season's over, man.
Yeah,
Sad.
it's over.
But
It's over.
we got plenty of videos that we're going to be watching over the next several months until either High School Marching Band kicks in or WGI. So we ain't going nowhere. So we might be doing some reaction videos a little bit later, but, you know, it's still good. It's still all good. So, Will, why don't you tell them? Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's just like watching a drum corps show in the middle of November or October.
Right.
It's no different. So, there we are. All right, man, what we going to watch today?
All right, we're going to do another double hitter today. First up, we're going to be going against the Blue Devils front ensemble. Okay. Then later on, we'll hit up the Blue Devils battery. And the first video we have is going to be by Zildjian.
All right. Fun fact, one of my cats' names is Zildjian.
It sure is. And it's
being
a little stinker tonight.
Yeah. We'll see if he pays a visit today. He normally likes to.
Scratching and clawing on everything.
Oh, boy.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, gosh. Listen. But yeah, so I've been excited. Been really looking forward to seeing this, where you get that set up. Blue Devils, as always, finish strong, and apparently they are very, very young.
Very young. Very young.
Everything that I was hearing. So.
Yeah, and the last thing that I heard is that, if I'm not mistaken, their vets are only in the front ensemble. I could be wrong about that, but I think I was told that majority of their vets were all in the front ensemble. So that leaves the battery to be a bunch of newbies.
Yeah.
Which is really scary. And you'll probably hear me say
that. It is scary. Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, man. All right. Whenever you're ready, we get it rolling.
Let's get it.
Once again, shout out to Zildjian for the great video.
Zildjian always pumping out some good stuff, and they cymbals are the bomb.
Yeah.
All right now. Right out the gate.
Yeah. Already noticing a lot of underneath runs that happen throughout this.
Yeah. Woo! What? What is that left handle?
You see?
What? I keep trying to tell people BD had notes.
Complete style change here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, okay, traditional.
All these octaves.
I love the diversity. I like to teach my kids that as well. Be good and well-rounded.
Let's control with the inner mallets.
Yeah.
Everything looking so effortless with them. Which is a California thing. They make everything look so smooth and so effortless all the time.
Yeah, the set player is definitely solid.
Let's finish.
Yeah.
So much sophistication in the harmonic choices in their writing with Moon River,
Yeah.
and that's in itself, Moon River, the actual original piece, isn't very difficult.
Right.
So you have to do some things to it. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And then another shift in style.
That control. Wow.
Okay, octaves.
I'm saying, man, they are killing these octaves, man. I do wish I could hear the vibes a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little.
Woo. That's hard to clean.
That's the tough moment too. Very underestimated.
Yeah. Clean, man.
Woo, boy.
You hear every drum.
Yes. Great job on the tuning and miking.
Mm-hmm. Is that?
All the dissonance. And then let us not forget about the electronic guitar player.
Right.
The electric guitar player.
Okay.
Splits.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know they did that.
See, yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
I have spread.
There's a lot of stuff that I'm catching that I hadn't caught before.
Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's a lot of
Dude. Dude. Dude.
That's a lot of good stuff in there that I just haven't heard.
Wow. All right. Now I could be wrong, but one of them runs, it looked and sounded like the right hand was playing chords during the run.
It might have been.
While the left hand inner mallet was just doing the single note. I was like, wait a minute.
And that's I mean, if they did do that, that's stuff that I've thought about writing, but I'm just like, how But yeah,
because that's hard. Because I think it was 16 notes. If it wasn't 16 notes, it was sixoless. But it felt like they were playing the run, but the right hand was playing chords.
mm-hmm.
I was, okay, BD. You know what? Okay.
There's a lot of cool underneath marimba movement happening, and a lot of that stuff that gets, I don't want to say lost, but just on a like a flow marching recording, or sometimes even live, if you're not sitting in the right spot, you don't catch, because that's one of those chords where everybody does their part really well. Battery, front ensemble, and their horn line itself. Yeah. So everything blends well. So you don't catch all of the nice little underneath moments unless you're just down there about it. So like, I'm gonna go back and check that out, because there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, that's definitely worth another look through. And if possible, I almost want to see if there is a full Battery percussion ensemble video out there. See how although all that fits together and whatnot, but a lot of that, I try to tell for. I was like, BD got some notes in that front, and they playing some hard stuff in that front. There's a lot of that octave stuff. So a lot of people don't look at it. I was like, I don't think you truly understand how hard octaves are at speeds like that.
Yeah, to play that well, that consistent, with still keeping good technique. That's
like, even if you're like professional player, like somebody's going to, it's like, that's difficult. So
a lot of kudos. Like you said, Vibes are playing some notes too. It's just I think just the marimba plays are so strong. Not like even volume wise, is just so together. And that could have been a mic issue.
I was just about to say it could have been a mic issue, or not an issue, but could have been something with the mics as well.
Yeah,
maybe that's just their preference. Who knows? Maybe in outside, and when you're in front of it, you hear more of it. You know, because it's sometimes it's hard to go off of recording all the time. So
yeah, and it did look like, compared to others, that they had just a ton of equipment out there. It's like kind of like your standard pit setup. Like there was electronics, but it wasn't like a whole lot. It was just enough to do whatever they needed to do. And then, one or two rack players. I know I saw one. So, but nah, man, that's
with just a little.
Yeah. Lots of demand on their performers, and it paid off.
Yeah, it did.
It paid off. Like, we ain't even talked about the Battery yet, but they're gonna be something to mess with next year. They're gonna be something to mess with. So, all right, well, you ready to check out this Battery?
Oh yeah.
All
right. Let's see the battery hose. The battery is going to be. Let's see here. The battery is coming from the Drumline Archives.
Okay.
They produced a really good video. Let's see.
And while you're pulling that up, we always try to at least give credit to these videos, because there's people that's taking some really good high quality videos and allowing people to see this stuff. So make sure you shout out and support them. I'll try to make sure I put like a card up in the top. That way you can go reference the video yourselves.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and make sure you support those guys as much as you possibly can, because they're doing great things.
All right. Ready to hear these high notes.
All right, let's go.
Right out the gate. I love their tuning on these Ludwigs. I really appreciated this intro. I like the writing. See, that's a statement to me.
Yeah.
No fuzzy there on the end. And you're keeping in mind that the age and the youngness of this line right now. Like if it's true, you're looking at a full line of fresh faces. In the top
you
three.
And you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know. It's just how BD rolls.
Yeah, base.
They have such intricate writing, man. It's so different from everybody. All these code attacks.
I like the quality of their crush rolls. People don't realize they can be dirty just as well.
Mm-hmm. Got a little molar in there.
Take rolls from the base.
Right. I think that's their thing. That titta.
Yeah. Base. Okay. Golly.
It's just. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Love the timbre with the brush.
I don't think they got enough credit for this section. For the creativity of it.
And BD, who's just the master of body across the board, even the battery, doing all of the same stuff that the Winds are doing body wise with the angles. You can almost hear the brass line with their body work. It's crazy.
And that's nuts.
This is very smart, very innovative.
It is. It's like I want one of those plastic pads.
You better be clean.
Okay.
Yes. Fuzz.
Fast parallels.
If this bass don't get in line, don't.
Bases are on it.
Lord have mercy. Don't let that be all coming back next year. Good Lord.
Uh-oh. Okay, crescendo. Little fuzz there.
That's hard. That's tight.
That's hard
to get in there.
don't think anybody's realizing this is all full extension. Like all of this. Look at this.
Extended phrase too. That's a lot of brain that's happening also.
Yeah. Like all that's full extension. Like that alone is going to be hard to clean because some kids are going to play lazy.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be dirty. Killing the flam taps.
Yes, they are. I was just about to say that. I think they go back to the beginning, working on that phrase. Control on it. Puffy choice and the tenors. With 3 on the end of that lick. Let me just get the bass line as a ringtone.
You know what I'm saying?
Left kicks.
Rough out at 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was like, here's the hard thing sometimes is to judge a lot from the show. Sometimes people will look at stuff like that and think, oh, well, BD, how can BD be in the top when they're roughing up so many roles and interests and blah, 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 this, and this. I was like, well, you're judging off of a lot video. Like, don't take for granted what they do in a lot compared to what they probably had did on the field when it actually mattered. The lot is doing what the lot is supposed to do.
Yeah, warming you up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
some people go ahead.
No. You can finish.
Oh, I was just gonna say some groups are better on the field than they are in the lot. Like I know a few years I had one of my percussion section, we'd have crap lot runs and then get on the field and just throw down. And I'm just like, wow. It's like, well, you're just moving and our feet are in, all these things that don't factor in. They just had better field runs than they did lot runs, which I'd rather have it that way. Get all those jitters out.
Yeah.
And such.
Yeah, and like I said, that's the crazy thing is when you look at a group like BD, and like I said, people might sit there and say, "Man, I don't see how they did this and this, that, and the other." And like we just got through saying, it's so hard to judge a lot from the actual show. But again, to me, it's scary to see that many faces be in the top 3 that easy. Or I can't say that easy. That just came out of my mouth, but to be in the top 3 with that many fresh faces compared to the other groups, like that's scary.
I think it's a testament to their teaching there.
Because I'll definitely say I have definitely seen harder book from BD. I've definitely seen
and I think that's what people's argument would be like. How are they in the top 3 with that particular book? And my answer to that question would be the uniformity of method, like the approach to the instrument. And the book itself was very achievable. Therefore, you know, they maximize what they had. Like a lot of groups don't necessarily do that. They have either high content but can't quite achieve what everything they're just being asked to do. Or they're achieving everything they're asked to do, but it's not at the same quality as other groups. So BD was one of the three groups this year, four groups, one of the four groups this year that had both an achievable show, and they achieved it, you know, but it was at a super, super high level.
Yeah. And for me, I mean, you really can't say that their book wasn't hard though. Like, and you know, I hate to do it.
Beefing it.
Oh yeah, because I hate to do it, but I mean, if you're trying to compare them to Boston, like most groups are probably doing, or like most people are probably doing, BD had just as many condensed notes like Boston, where they'll play a paradiddle diddle and just bust out threes after the end of it, like a hard three, or bust out a fourlet right after a double paradiddle diddle or something like that. It's the same thing Boston was doing. The difference is Boston did it a lot. BD just
did
BD
a lot, and a little bit faster tempo too. Like that Boston book was fast.
And so it's not to say that BD didn't have difficult book to maintain them on the top four, because they did, and it goes along with everything you said. And I mean, like I said, I'm throwing that in there, and we just got through watching the front too. I mean,
I was just about to say, let's not forget what they were doing down there, because Lord have mercy,
God, some of that marimba book, I was like, okay, some of these permutations are outrageous. And I'm like, okay, you can't sit here and tell me. I was like, because I almost challenge anybody to just go ahead and pick some mallets up and do it if it don't seem hard to you, because in reality, man, that's difficult.
Yeah,
that's difficult. But I'd be, I don't want to say worried, but I'll just speak on BD's have for that group. If they get that line to return, it's going to be scary.
Dude, if that's where they left the bar in 2022 and they return what they're supposed to return next year, Lord have mercy on DCI, because we're going to see some of that old. We're going to see some of that old stuff that they, you know, there's some books in the past where we've been like, what? No. Like, you need to take this out because it's not going to get clean, and they won't. And then, as a throwback to something you said earlier in the season, Magical Fairies, and then they're playing this mess, and you're just like, I don't.
Because because I know for a fact people were saying in the beginning, because I think we all did. It's like you see them early videos of BD even this year, and you were like, this might not be it, BD. And then you go back and you look, and you're looking at them, it's like, God, they look really young too. Like when everything was fresh, everybody was just finally seeing everybody in the very, very, very beginning. You get that first YouTube video, because you know everybody does. Everybody waits for those notifications and all that. And you see that video, and you're like, oh wow, it's not quite the reaction you think you might get. And then you're looking at the lines like, man, they're so young. And then, yeah, like I said on the early podcast, it's Magic Fairies, man. I every year I don't get it. BD comes out the gate, and it's always, or majority of the time, I would say it's not the cleanliness you would think the world lines would be, I should say. And then by mid-season to the end, they're heavy top three in Perc. By mid-season to the end, and it's just like, how, you know, that formula they got over there, man, it's untouchable. Because if it was, we'd be seeing a lot more lines being able to do it. And that's me speaking on a whole ensemble, I should say. Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously the rivals is SEV, in my opinion. But when you're talking about an organization, man, they not sharing.
California has it figured out. They really do. And it's just kind of it's kind of one of those, how they use their resources, what they value over there. California, they take pride in everything that they do, whether it's sports, whether it's music, the arts in general. Like, it's kind of just one of those places where excellence is allowed to foster because they're not afraid to use their resources for things of that nature. While, here in the South, it's the thing that gets the most prominent thing around here is usually sports. Yeah. So it's hard for us to build and to cultivate something to that magnitude. The closest thing we have around here is Music City Mystique in the WGI world, where people are willing to travel hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, and some to come march them because the organization is so great and so awesome.
Different countries.
So it just speaks to what BD and Santa Clara have to take advantage of that. And like you said, just fostering that talent, educating that talent, to keep that staff together at BD for so long.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But I can see, because I was early on this season, I was worried about them, because I was like, this book, it's just it's played well. It just didn't grab me like a BD book normally does. So I think they wrote it really, really smart. Everything was achievable. I think they used it. It's funny because it was probably a really good teaching year for them.
Yeah.
And they were still, one of the top 3 drum lines in the game.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, like you said, man, if I played in the snare line, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that book would be really fun to play. I can't.
That might be one reason why they achieved it so well.
And I believe in that. I believe in that because I would probably tell myself, could I play harder? Probably. But when you're talking about the whole aspect of it, in the end, one thing I do when I write, I always want to make sure what they're playing is fun on some kind of level. Like, do you have fun playing that? And a trick that I always use, even when I'm writing horn parts, I'm thinking to myself, it's like, okay, if I play clarinet, am I going to have fun playing this part? And I look at more than just note structure or chord or whatever and all fingers. You go past all of the I guess you would call it whatever they would say is the quote unquote proper way of writing. You know what I mean? Like you go past that sometimes and you ask yourself, because I ain't gonna lie, there's been times I've seen book and I'm like, what are the flutes playing? What is this? Why does this? Because you'll hear it by itself and you're like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would be mad if I had to play this. You play like 4 notes and a whole note, and then that's it. What? This don't make any kind of. You got the tubas over here going crazy, but that's just one little trick that I do for myself. Like any instrument that I play, down to the finger symbol. It's like, are they gonna have fun playing this part? And you're not gonna win all the battles. All the parts ain't gonna be fun all the time, but I think that went heavy into BD's book, because when I rewatched that video, I'm sitting here and like, this looks like, because I always talk about that intro, all that intro and all the high notes and BD has BD heights. They got their own height system, and I'm like, that just looks fun to play. It really does. Like if I was on the line, I'd be so hyped just to play the intro, and then I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going on. Just walk off the field. Get on the show.
Spin real. Going to play triangle now.
But yeah, I'm hyped for next year. Whole lot's going to happen.
Yeah. We alluded to a lot of times this year, having the complete package, and they have it. It just looks different than what other people, do. And I think for those who are out there who write percussion book or who are teaching percussionists in general, what to figure out what you want to be, and then just go after that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't necessarily have to try to be somebody else. Be who your group is. You know, I'll have people come be I have younger guys who just graduated from high school or something. They'll ask me all the time, like, can we come work your group or help your group? And I was like, yeah, man, come on out. So they'll come out, and you know, I'll kind of run a little bit of more of a loose, laid back type of ship. You know, I don't do a lot of yelling or screaming or anything like that, but you know, we get our work done. We've been compared to construction workers. You watch us, and it never seems like we're getting anything done, and then 3 weeks later, there's a road built.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know how the road got there.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, and I mean, we take that and we love it. In the high school, well, maybe if you did this, or maybe if they weren't allowed to talk, I was like, I said, that's not our group. That's not our kids. That's not how we operate. I said, we'll get there. I said, but we're going to do it our way. And then a month down the road, they see the product and they're just, oh, I was like, yeah, this is why this works for us, because these kids work that particular way. And BD's doing what they do because the people that want to watch BD's percussion do it because they like the way that they do things. The people that go to Santa Clara like the way they do things. Yeah. The people who go to Blue Coats march there because they like the way they do things. So you don't have to. You find out what works for you and your kids, and build on that. You know, there are some fundamental things that you're going to want to have, but at the end of the day, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
That part.
And what you're seeing especially from the top, you know, four groups this year, you know, and I'll even throw cavies in that mix. I know there were 6. So you can probably say top 6.
Yeah.
They all have their own distinct style, and they all do it.
Yeah, they do.
The best that they can. And a lot of other groups are just kind of mimicking, or trying to figure out what style works for them. And they already have it figured out. So I think that's one thing that leads to their success. So,
yep.
So, any closing thoughts, man?
Man, I am going to have to go back and rewatch that front. I know.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ready for that.
Yeah,
a whole lot of stuff I did not. I didn't know. I didn't know they did that split run. I want to go back to see if that run that I was talking about with the chords was actually in it, or was I just imagining stuff? But
I'll have to see what I can water down and steal.
What you said. Where have I heard that?
Like, why do you got me doing this? Don't worry about it. Just do it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, if you like what you saw and heard today, please leave a comment. What do you think about Blue Devils this year in their season?
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know. We like to talk to you guys. We're on all forms of social media now. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then Anchor FM and Spotify FM as well to listen to podcasts. So we like for your support. We love feedback too. Don't be afraid to let us know what you think. Is there a group you want to watch? I think we already got our next one picked out, but listen, it's a long time until things get to kicking again. So
all comments, questions, and opinions are all welcome.
Yeah, listen, man, it's a good description. We all percussionists are all brothers and sisters here, so we want to hear it all.
Love hearing different opinions, even if we don't agree with ours.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
All day.
That's what make the world. If everybody agreed, everybody sound the same.
Yeah. Hell, you might even teach me something. It's like, oh, I would have never thought of it that way. Maybe I'll change the process. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, for William, my name is Cedric. This has been episode 7 of On the Backhash Perc Talk. We will be seeing you guys real soon. But until then, love one another and hit on some stuff. Drums.
Let's go.
Hit drums. Don't hit people.
Bang, bang.
That's not nice. All right, we out. See ya.